фантик, фрукты, футбол, флаг, формочка, фартук, фасоль, фотография, фары, фокусник, фен, фуражка, фонтан, фонарь, филин, фломастер.
Привет! Урок номер 17. And today I want to introduce you to a letter which represents sound F, which in English you might need two letters to do F, like in the word elephant, or one letter like in the word face. We have one letter for all that purposes. Just think about elephant, like a core, and two fluffy ears, or face, like a nose and two eyes. That's how letter F looks a bit like. So let's read a couple of words and then we will talk about more technique of how to memorize the letters. The word informaция. By the way, you have to remember from the previous lessons that we did speak information, informaция. That's one of these words. The word фантазия, фонтан. That's a few words with the letter F. And about the technique of memorizing. Some people think, oh, if you spend time of thinking of visualization or association activities, we will spend time and we will need to learn quickly. But the thing is, the longer it takes for you to memorize it, the longer you will remember stuff. And it doesn't take that long. Think of the office. Think of the core. What do you need for the office? Really, if you think about it for work. You need a telephone and coffee. There is no office without coffee. That's it. Here is my office. У меня есть телефон. У меня есть кофе. Это мой офис. Okay. Or think about football. For instance, the person who is carrying the two footballs. That's exactly the same thing. There is a core thing and there is two round things on the sides. And that's when you remember that. You will remember letter F. Easy peasy. Or we can use an activity, for instance. And this activity with coloring, I mean, it might be a bit like in a kindergarten, but you can do a bit more serious stuff like handwriting. The handwriting is important to memorize letters and words. And also, if you do the handwriting, you might say you don't only speak Russian, you don't only read Russian, but you also write in Russian. And if you do know letters, that shouldn't be difficult to draw those letters, but that's for later activities, for braver and more dedicated students. Okay, thank you. You might have heard the expression that Moscow is like a third Rome. If not, that's how it's called sometimes, because the Moscovites think that they didn't take directly from the Latin Rome, but it was taken by Constantinople, and Russian took it off from Constantinople. So it's kind of, so they think of themselves as a third Rome. Also, people talk about St. Petersburg like it's like a second Paris. Some people say it's even more fascinating, it's more beautiful. So if you do plan to go to Russia, people normally think of Moscow. Start with St. Petersburg and see what you like the best. Also, from last year, from the October 19, you don't need visa to St. Petersburg anymore. You can just visit only this town. For everything else you will need visa. But if you want to visit St. Petersburg, you don't need visa. And if you are in St. Petersburg, of course, you'll absolutely have to go to Petergov. There is a small place near St. Petersburg which Peter the Great intended for his place, and you will enjoy the place which again is compared to the Versailles. Actually, how do you say Versailles in French? Versailles, yeah. So no, apparently Petergov. Versailles. Versailles.
Yeah.
Oh, Versailles. Okay, go to Petergov and you will enjoy the view. Apparently it's amazing. So that's why I put the video for you to enjoy, to have a peek into what you might see in real life. You might be happy to learn language taking these YouTube lessons, and it's absolutely fine. But if you do feel at some point that you want to progress more, or you need really the regular feedback, then of course I'm available for one-to-one lessons. You're very welcome to contact me. And another point I wanted to make, those videos we put at the end of the lesson. Of course they are entertaining videos, but actually the reason I put them in for you to be more immersed in the language. So you watch something and you try to hear maybe the familiar word or word you've learned during the lessons, and then, oh, I can see something. So it's for you not just to look at, but practice as well. Use it as a practice.